What the fuck is up, YouTube? We're back once again with a gameplay review of the A-91 on Battlefield 4 for the Xbox 360. I know you're saying, no, not the Xbox 360, but rest assured, we will have the Xbox One, and we will be ready to smack some noobs when that comes out. This gameplay is on Hainan Resort. I think that's how you say it. Hainan? Hainan? I like Hainan better. So that's what we're going to use. I think I go about 42 and 10 with this gun, and it was pretty good. I was pretty satisfied with the gameplay. I really felt that I used the gun to the best of its ability. So, with that being said, let's just get right into the review. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. I will have probably every carbine reviewed and uploaded within the next 48 hours. So, be on the lookout for that. I will put every carbine up, and then I'm going to do assault rifles. Then I'm going to do probably shotgun. I'll probably do PDWs, then shotguns, and, you know, LMGs, stuff like that. Look at that knife. Boom. You just got punched in the nostril, son, like a shark. That's how you're supposed to actually hit sharks, by the way. You're supposed to punch them in the mouth. Okay, we're getting off track. Let's jump right into the review. So in order to understand this gun, we need to compare it to every other gun, right? Let's just look at the very bare minimum statistics of it. We're not going to go too deep, because I really want to talk about how this gun feels to me. But with that being said, I just want to say that this gun has an accuracy of 35. Okay, we don't know what 35 represents. However, what I do know is that every other gun has an accuracy of at least 40. That means the A-91 is the least accurate carbine that you will run across. And it's noticeable. I gotta say, it's noticeable when you're using it. Unless you put on the proper attachments, then it can be hard to use, because the bullets go everywhere when you're trying to spray up close if someone gets in your face. You really got to mess around with the attachments in order to get it accurate enough so you can really outgun people. The cool thing about this gun, though, is that it has a rate of fire of about 800. 800. So that's pretty good. That's better than most. That's better than most of these carbines. Some of them it's not, but it allows me to be aggressive, which is what I really like. High rate of fire, that's 2 thumbs up in my book. That's the first step to success. Just if you want to be super aggressive, if you want to rush super hard, rate of fire can honestly almost mean everything. But the accuracy is not that good. So when you pick up this gun at first, you might be sitting there saying, what the fuck? Why am I doing so much better with all these other guns and then really sucking with this gun? I'm going to tell you right now, just give it some time. Put on the stubby grip, or the potato grip, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Or an ergo grip. That way you can shoot people up close. You can see how my reticule doesn't really expand that much. That's because I have it fine-tuned to make sure that I can shoot people up close without aiming in. And I also don't have that much recoil on the gun, which is perfect for me. I don't put a heavy barrel on it because then it's just going to get crazy. I mean, there's just going to be way too much recoil. And I'm not really using it to snipe people with an assault rifle. I'm using it to shoot people medium to short range, and if I need to shoot people long range, I can do that, just because I can control the recoil that was already given. So, with that said, right, we really broke down the stats. I want to say that the gun feels great. Once you get on the right attachments, the gun feels really, really fine-tuned, really balanced, and it can really be a killer. Once you master this gun, I can totally see players mastering this gun and just giving it to people. I mean, really hammering it into other players, because it's so much fun to use. You can just run around and just ram people with it, and it can be a lot of fun. Now, you also have to sometimes play conservative, just for the simple fact that it's not the most accurate gun, like I've already pointed out. Okay? So, what type of playstyle does this gun suit, you may ask? Well, the cool thing about this gun is that the attachments make it so you can kind of fine-tune it to any situation. You can really mess with it so the recoil is fine-tuned just for your play style of like running around, shooting a lot of people, getting in their face, which is what I like to do. So, that's what I have everything set up towards. But it's very malleable in the fact that you can set it up so you're shooting people more long range. The recoil is still controlled, but you're still going in and messing noobs up no matter what. Okay? And here you go. You see me just running around with this cute little LMG. One thing I just want to point out is DICE really made it almost impossible to drop shot and be super accurate, because when you drop shot, the bullet spread just goes everywhere. I mean, literally, it goes everywhere. And it's nuts. I really do like that, though. It seems like it's kind of like a slap in the face to Call of Duty a little bit, and I mean that in a very nice, funny way. Just because Call of Duty, drop shotting is supposed to be super effective. Then you have DICE over here. It's like, you know what? You can keep that on Call of Duty. We're good over here. It can still work if you're in a really awful situation and you're getting shot in the back and you have to turn around, but if you turn around, then you're done. Then it could be effective, but you just got to be careful about how you use it. Also, with the A-91, I found it was actually super easy to get headshots. Once I had all the attachments set up, for whatever reason, I was just getting tons and tons of headshots. It was very easy to control. It never really fought with me. The recoil was very, straight up and down. I think it moved to the left or the right just a little bit, but not enough to really make a big deal, for me at least. Now, the other thing I want to point out is the pistol that I'm using. It's actually a very, very good pistol, and I really enjoy using it, but I know that everyone really loves using that, M4 AN-91 Rex. I use the QSZ-92, just because it's like semi-automatic, I can shoot it very, very fast, and the M4 AN-91, it's like this crazy revolver. And I don't need that in my life. It's fun to use, and it can get really clutch at certain times, but I don't know, man. I gotta be able to fire fast. I mean, you can tell that by me already. I really like to fire my guns super, super fast. Okay, so, overall, the A-91, it's a great gun. In my definition of a carbine, I would say that the A-91 is everything a carbine should be. It really is just the perfect all-around gun. If you're defining a carbine, right? How would you define a carbine? I'd say, okay, well, it doesn't have the range of an assault rifle, but it should be good at killing people up close. It should have a high fire rate. Maybe not as accurate, but you should be able to fine-tune it just to your liking. And lo and behold, the A-91 is just that. The other thing that I really like, for whatever reason, is the reload. I don't know why. When you reload the gun, it just looks really cool. It kind of looks like a battle rifle from Halo. I just really enjoy it. Now, one thing that we kind of have to talk about, right? So if you're playing the Xbox 360 version, I don't know how you PC users are holding the game, but one thing that I've really noticed is the Xbox 360 version of this game is super buggy. Like, super, super buggy. To the point where I don't even know if DICE optimized the game for Xbox 360. I think they really made this game for Xbox One and PC. It really doesn't feel like they really put too much effort into the Xbox 360 version, which I guess is fine, and it's still a fun game. It's still a great game, but Battlefield 3 did not have these issues. Now, maybe Battlefield 3 was patched more. I don't remember the beginning of Battlefield 3, but I do know that this game is not... It's just not as stable as Battlefield 3 was, and it really feels like this game is going to be amazing on the Xbox One. And when I say glitchy, you might be saying, okay, well, how is it glitchy? Because I love this game. Alright, I don't know if you saw, maybe 30 seconds ago, my reload didn't work. It just didn't work. It wasn't even a fake reload. It just didn't work, and I had to reload twice, and that ended up getting me killed. There's a few spots on the map, not on this map, but on various other maps, where if you stand in the right spot, you'll just fall through the floor onto the level beneath it. It's just really weird stuff. The lag isn't the best either. Sometimes the bullets are a little weird when they're trying to register and you're trying to hit people. I don't know. It just feels like the game was not meant for the Xbox 360. I think the size and the scope of what DICE was aiming for does not fit with 8-year-old hardware. And that's perfectly okay with me, because I'm moving on, man. Xbox 360 is old. I'm ready to upgrade into the new. You know what I'm saying? And you can see I got this cute little QSZ pistol, but it's not going to stay like that. I'm definitely going to, I can't wait for that automatic pistol or that burst pistol. That's what I'm really, really excited for. And I don't know, man. There's so many guns in this game. So many guns. It's so impressive. It really is. The fact that there's like 80 to 100 guns means there's tons of content that I can bring to you guys. Now, the other thing I have to mention with the A-91, while you're unlocking attachments for it, guys, I want to point out that the sights and the attachments that you get, it's really cool the way DICE set this up, but when you're using the A-91, I assume it's a Russian gun. Because when you're using it, you're unlocking only Russian attachments. So you unlock the Russian suppressor for it, another Russian like sight, like a holographic Russian sight. Then you get a Russian. I mean, everything that you get is just Russian at first, and then you start to get a reflex sight. Then you get other sights like that. Now, you can tell that I'm using a Cobra, and I don't like using a Cobra sight. You can see when you zoom in, you get those two little lines to the left and right. And for whatever reason, I'm just not comfortable with it. I like the little red dot. That's what makes me comfortable, not this gigantic red line that almost looks like a snake. I feel like it takes up too much of the screen, and when I'm shooting people at long range, it can almost mess me up. Which is why it took me a while to get the hang of this gun, because I didn't have the right attachments on, I was using a sight I really, really didn't like, and overall, I was not having fun with this gun at first. I really wasn't. I was like, oh man, I don't want to make another gameplay review of a gun and say it's awful. People, I'm going to be sitting over here being a negative Nancy and stuff. That's never fun. Now, the other cool thing about this, not this gun, but this map that I'm playing on, is one, I'd love to go on vacation here. Wouldn't you love to go on vacation here? This is an awesome map. But this map can really be played any way you want because it's so versatile. Hainan Resort, it's such a versatile map because it's so open and you still have these tight little spaces to, get in these cool little gunfights. It allows you to really experiment with the gun, and I played this map 2 or 3 times in the map rotation before I created this video, and I found that I could really be super cocky and super confident in my playstyle and just run at people. I mean, you can see right here, I get in this gunfight with 2 people, and if I didn't have to reload, I totally would have won that gunfight. I would have killed both of them. So, the A-91, when masterfully used, will dominate. And I'm not trying to say that I masterfully use these guns, I'm just trying to say I can see the potential for masterful gameplay. Unlike other guns I've reviewed, like the AKU-12 or the G36C, I think the A-91 is one of the best guns that I've used so far. Not my favorite, and this isn't in my top 3 by any chance, but I can see why it would be in your top 3. This could be super effective. The accuracy that brings it down is a no-no for me, but overall, the game is truly phenomenal. Now, I think I pick up an M8, no, not an M8, an MGL somewhere along in this commentary. If I don't, it's okay, but I guess this is a good time to talk about the attachment, or not the attachments, but the weapon pickups in this game. Just because I haven't really heard anyone talk about them besides in the beta. In Battlefield 4, you have weapon pickups. So if you haven't seen that yet, there's weapons on the map that are scattered around that you can pick up, and they're all explosive. So besides the M8 is a 50 caliber sniper, and it kills everybody in one hit. I mean, you could shoot someone in the pinky toe, it'll kill them in one hit, and it's semi-automatic, which means it's not, it's not slow at all. You can shoot it very, very, very fast. The MGL is a grenade launcher that can, again, shoot very, very, very fast. I think it takes, if you hit someone head-on with a grenade, it'll kill them in one hit. But for the most part, if you hit them in the feet, it'll take 1 to 2 hits. And then the USAS, which is an explosive shotgun, I think that's what it is, an explosive shotgun, kills people in like 4 hits. So in this order, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure there's gameplay on YouTube. There's actually gameplay of me using it in the beta, the M8. It's a beautiful sniper, and it uses like this little ACOG scope. So you just run around, just doming people. It's really, really fun. But in the order from greatest to least, I would say the M8 is the best pickup weapon, followed by the MGL. However, if you're playing Conquest or Rush, the MGL probably would be better just for setting up pushes. And then the last is the USAS. Guys, that does it for me. I hope you enjoyed my review of the A-91 / a little bit of the complaining about Battlefield 4. But it was a lot of fun. Take it easy, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.